So this is the restaurant where when I was 25 and 42 now, I met Ginger for the first time, and she had brought a security guard, pretty heavy-set guy. She said that she was really good friends with and actually lived with her prior in the same house that I used to go to her house to, where she used to live. I used to go to her house, and when we ate, I talked about this in my other video, and how, I don't know how many different owners have owned this restaurant. You know, this is close to 18, 17 years ago. It wasn't very welcoming, and the guy gave his, thumbs up, and, felt that I was legitimate. She said that he had a good character of being able to see if people were legitimate, safe, or, someone that she would want somebody to live in her house. But, this is where we ate, and then there was a second, visit that we had, which was at Applebee's. This is the restaurant. And my understanding, she passed away. One of the things of cancer, the reason I don't believe this situation, and someone thinks, I know it sounds so crazy to be someone be doing this, but when I went to the funeral home where she said that where it was posted saying that their funeral service was at, the priest said, "Oh, her mom. I saw her mom just a couple of days ago, and I spoke to her. She attended church, or she was there for some reason." And I didn't think about this until yesterday. I realized Ginger told me that her mother died and passed away of cancer, of lung cancer, and that she was an 18-wheeler. She drove 18-wheelers for a living. But when she talked about her mother, just very slightly, she didn't talk very fond of her. It sounded to me, because she was, yeah, she kind of just shrugged her mom off. And usually if you had a good connection with your mom, you probably wouldn't say that, but I don't know what that relationship was like. I just know that, we were intimate, and I've never heard from her since. And it's very frightening to think that someone is playing with, that someone is pretending, for whatever reason it is or another, that she really didn't pass away, but of cancer. And I actually came to Dallas after it happened, a few months after it happened. I actually flew all the way to Dallas just to come here to find out. And they gave me a pamphlet of the memorial service. I really don't know what to think. I'm so very shaken up and terrified. I don't know. No one seems to really believe me. A lot of people are taking this as a joke and, bringing up nasty comments about it. I dear God hope that she's healthy and good and safe, the best of well-being, but, she had saw the transgenders, and there was a ruckus of people just plunging themselves at me, what I can and cannot have, who I can and cannot talk to. And I actually had to get defensive, when I'm eating with her, with this other guy, which was just a friend. She said that he was a security guard, and not for the situation, but that's what he did for a living, and she had been good friends with him for a very long time. But my ex-girlfriend passed away of cancer, is what they're saying, and yeah, the priest is either lying to me, or she told me her mother passed away. Why did he say that he talked to her? You couldn't have talked to her, because she died many years ago when I talked to Ginger's mother. I've never met her parents or any of her family members, but I got a text message. I got a message because I contacted several of her friends, or several people that had her on her Facebook friends page, and many of them, a couple of them said that she had died of cancer, and one of them said that she passed away from ovarian cancer. And I was thinking, ovarian cancer, you know, it's, you know, to me, it's just very boggling, because I don't know who to believe and who's making up stuff, you know, because there's been a lot of situations where it's telling me that she's fine and that she's, for whatever reason, and she passed away during COVID. This is the same exact time whenever I was in, when I met my half-sister Michaela at Lawrence Community Shelter, which at the time I had no idea she was my sister. But I don't, it's very boggling to me. I'm stressing out about it really bad. Really, really bad. There's so many people against me, I can't even explain how many ruthless people all over the buses, every grocery store, every place I go to, they're all over the place. Not really getting any peace. You know, it feels like it's destroying me. Just the idea that people are playing you know, these sort of sick mental games with their passing as Mike's girlfriend. And, you know, my mother told me, and she says, oh, you're going to get, right before this person had sent me a message saying she died of ovarian cancer on Facebook. Like a couple of days before that, my mother tells me out of nowhere, "Oh, you're gonna get lip or mouth cancer." This is what my mother's twin told me, which is some of the disgusting things I talk about. How they tell my mother to say these things and wish me cancer and death. And I know that they're telling her this because lips, ovarian cancer, ginger, and I don't know if it's because it's a psychological game. It's fitting to what is happening in the world that I live in. It's not a coincidence. It's just a day after she says that, someone then says ovarian cancer. It's not a game that I think should be played. I think it's very evil. She dies of ovarian cancer. There's other people that are bringing it up. Lindsay Wessinger, I feel is kind of taunting the situation. And it's not just that I feel, it's I know that they're doing that. When somebody dies of cancer, and for real life, you're not going to be sitting there joking about it, because we're all going to get it, majority of all of us. Because it's not if you're going to get cancer, but it's when you're going to get cancer. My mother's hinted about information. My mother's twin has hinted information because they tell her what to do through these, AI glasses. Knowing that she really doesn't understand what she's saying, she just does it and say it. So it's really didn't bond her to the conversation. But I entirely understand what the meaning of that is. Saying that she's still alive.